Hello, I'm going to be checking some features of the program. Firstly, I will be looking at the user authentication and the patient's information. To start this program, we need to put start, and a box like this one will open at the beginning, which is the user interface, and is the most simplified version since the client asked for a simplified version in order to be able to connect that interface with the current program of the hospital. Here it asks the end user for the patient's information, specifically if it is part of the insurance company. In this case, we're going to put OK, and then we will have this box that asks you for the name of the patient. In this case, I'm going to put my name. And then for the file number of the patient, here the code prints out a simplified version of the patient's information in order to be able to check such information and change if needed. Then it will ask you for the username. In this case, we're going to put the correct username that is correct according to the program. And then the password, in this case, is the correct password. And here we can see that the program prints welcome Cynthia, Dr. Cynthia. But in the case I'm going to start the program all over again, that you don't have the valid information, I'm going to put again all the information, and then the file number of the patient. And if we put something else that is not the correct information, it will give that the username or the password is incorrect, so we need to try again, or the data will not be kept within the user's information. So after we have these, I'm going to start it all over again in order to have the correct information. Again, the name, the file, the correct information of the doctor, and the correct password. We have instructions of the first exam that, as we said before, it will have 4 exams. So here we have one question, so we're going to put 5. Here in this case we can see here that the maximum points are 5 points, so we can only put until 5 points, or it will not be counted within the counter. So here I'm going to put the information. It's a very long test, and here we see the result of the program, that is the total of your mental fault sign exam is 15 points, and the degree of your cognition is low. Here we can see that, for example, this was not counted within the total counter since it was way more than the maximum points. So this information was not counted at all. Unlike this one, that is 5 points, which was completely counted because it was within the range of maximum points. Then we will have the next one, that is for depression, and here we can only answer with yes or no. So we're going to answer with yes. Here it also, if you don't put the correct information, it will give an invalid answer, and it will not be counted for the total counter of that specific test, and therefore the test will not be accurate. Here is the next index. This is the third test that we are going to check. So we put a D if it's dependent, or an I if it's dependent. Here in the previous one we see also the result of the program, that is your points and the degree of depression. Here we're going to copy this one, and we're going to give the answers to all of the tests. Since this is a very long test, it will be given some invalid answers. Here also we answer yes or no, so we're going to put just numbers in order to get some results. And there we have that the result of the last one was 0 points, since none of these answers were taken into account, since you can only answer with yes or no. So in the instructions of each test, the expected input will be suggested, and the final output will be a brief version or a summary of the program and of all the results of the patient. Here we have the information of the patient and the results of each one of the tests, which is asked to be added to the medical file because the client asked for this type of process. So that's all, and thank you for watching.